Education is a key component of the district's mission to be a leader in natural resource conservation. Through our education and outreach programs, we strive to provide various learning opportunities that instill and foster a strong understanding of agriculture and natural resource stewardship within the citizens of Uinta County. The Adopt a Rancher Classroom program was one of the district's key educational programs. In this program, third grade students communicate with a local ranch family to learn firsthand the importance of agriculture in their lives and their communities. Schools who choose to participate in this program are paired with the Uinta County ranching family, who volunteers their time to share their ranching experiences with the students. In the spring of 2020, students were unable to attend the Meet the Rancher Day due to the schools being closed because of COVID-19. In place of the field trips, the adopted ranch families volunteered video clips of their spring ranch activities so that the Meet the Rancher video could be compiled and provided to the students virtually. We appreciate the ranchers Ron and Patty Michaeli, Tim and Katie Redmond, and Kelly and Dixie Guild for volunteering their time.
I need 3 more.
How many I gave you, sweetheart?
One more, sure.
His mom didn't take him. He's been hungry and not doing very good. So we brought him home. And his mom's a kicker, so we had to tie her leg up. Brought him home to see if he could get some milk and not be so starving.
Our website plays an important role in informing the public of the general purpose of the Conservation District, as well as promoting services we offer and providing information for our viewers to contact us directly. Over the past year, we have updated and improved our existing website with more detailed information, interactive forms, and videos. The homepage of our website shows up-to-date information about our events, services, and publications. All other information can be accessed from the homepage. Due to the COVID-19 restrictions during the summer of 2020, we were unable to host any outdoor workshops. In place of workshops, we hosted a virtual wildflower tour on our social media pages. Throughout the summer, we highlighted 46 different wildflower species native to Uinta County and the adjacent Uinta Mountains. Pictures and description of the plant species, including information on anatomical characteristics, habitat, abundance, and growth habits, were provided. We encouraged viewer participation by asking them to submit pictures of wildflowers they were interested in learning more about. Outdoor field trips are another part of our youth education program. At the request of teachers, we design hands-on experiences for learning with other agencies and professionals in various fields. The Bridger Lake field trip for Lyman Intermediate School 5th grade students has been an annual event for many years. Each fall, students spend an entire day at Bridger Lake in the Uinta Mountains. The lake provides the perfect backdrop to enhance what the students are learning in the classroom as they rotate in groups through 4 stations.
That's like a little dot. Oh yeah, it's there's another little dot. Now we just gotta let it sit.
Shoulder! Yes, I'm not gonna let you migrate until you're shoulder to shoulder. You deer are too unruly. You go get a chip without being eaten by this guy right here. One at a time, 3 total. Raise your hand and say, I migrated. Where do you go if you're dead?
Wait.
I am a deer hunter. How many deer am I allowed to kill?
1.
Generally speaking.
1.
So watch out for me. If I'm a poacher, I would kill more than 1 deer, and you need to call the 800 number and turn me in. Right? Okay.
Yes.
Get set! Migrate!
to anybody. When we get up there, I will be the lead. Please don't go ahead of me. Sarah will be our tail. I will let you loose on the way back, I promise.
I think it's easier to walk uphill than ride.
So we're out here on the BLM and we're putting in a monitoring site. This is in request both from the BLM and from the landowner. It helps the landowner improve their management, and it helps the BLM also improve their management, but help put through things like permit renewal. I think this is a shallow, loamy, calcareous site, and one of the ways to test that, if you take a mixture of hydrochloric acid and water, and you drop it on the soil, you can see that it reacts. As I take the soil texture and see how long of a ribbon I can get before it breaks. And that gives me a sandy loam to a sandy clay loam based off of that. And you can feel the sand in there as well. So now I'll take my pen, I'll drop it on each foot, and I will write down everything that it touches on the way down and whatever it touches on the soil surface. Rock or soil or moss. And then if it hits a plant up here, maybe it'll hit a sagebrush, and then a grass, and then a rock or the soil. And I'll just take 100 points like that all the way down the line. I have juniper here, and then I hit the spiny phlox, and then I hit a rock as well as litter, so I would go litter and rock. Then on to the next one.
And we're doing monitoring to see how much the cows took, what the range looks like, and this serves to help the ranchers in their own management as well as the Forest Service. And if I repeat these, I'll be able to see how ground cover has improved, even the way that the aspen grove, how it moves over the years. So what I'm looking for is a big rock here and kind of a split rock, and that's what I can see on this spot right here. So if I stand roughly right here, right on top of it, even standing on it sometimes, I'll be able to find exactly where those photos were, and that will give us a time lapse, a year time lapse, a long-term trend, so that even in 20 years from now, people will be able to come back here, take the same photos, and see how this site is improving, maybe getting worse, or maybe just staying the same. And that'll help people make good management decisions. Okay, so I put my camera up, found a good tree, tethered it, locked it, set the right settings, and made sure it had the date, time, temperature on it. It's got a good view of the watershed and the meadow in front of it. I put up cameras for 3 different reasons. This last one, for instance, is time lapse. It's been put there to record the snow. Second reason is for wildlife, to show people in Uinta County what kind of animals, wild animals, live in our county. And the third reason is for grazing monitoring, where I will place a pole like this that has inch markings out in front of the camera, and the camera records the animals coming in, how much they're eating, how long they're staying, and then how much grass is left after they leave.
Surface water monitoring takes place each year in the Blacks Fork and Bear River watersheds. The data collected includes physical, chemical, and biological data that can be used to determine the health of the watershed. The Conservation District works with landowners and other agencies to address water quality concerns in our county.
We are sampling today for E. coli and chemistry. We're going to take some field readings, pH, temperature, conductivity, and then we're going to do the flow. We're going to measure the flow. So we will use the probe to collect the field data. We will also use a Whirlpack to collect E. coli data, and 4 bottles we will need to fill for the chemistry data.
Actually, I'm not even going to give the option. It's going to be made and you're going to do it.
You have to wear it. You can wear it during the audit. Flow is taken with a flow meter. We stretch the tape all the way across the river, and we take a reading every foot or 2 feet depending on the water, and we take the flow at 60% of the depth, and then we average those at the end for the discharge, the total discharge.
As a sponsoring entity of the Wyoming Water Development Commission's Small Water Program, Uinta County Conservation District has assisted Uinta County producers with several water projects. These include improved diversions for more efficient use of water for irrigation, reservoir rehabilitation, and the development of water sources that benefit livestock and wildlife in remote areas where water isn't readily available. Stream restoration continues on the Bear River as we partner with many other agencies to improve stream bank stabilization and replace old push-up dams with carefully designed diversion structures that promote a more stable river and allow fish passage to take place in the river. The ultimate goal of these projects is to reduce sediment loading into the river and improve water quality. So far, the results we have seen have been promising. UCCD is the recipient of 2 319 grants from the Wyoming Department of Environmental Quality and has recently applied for another one to continue this important work. These large projects would not be possible without additional funding and support from the private landowners, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service Partners for Fish and Wildlife Program, Wyoming Game and Fish, Wyoming Wildlife and Natural Resource Trust, Trout Unlimited, and other private donors. The Conservation District also has its own cost-share programs that are suited for landowners with smaller projects that benefit natural resources and agriculture in Uinta County. These projects are funded at a 50-50 cost share. 50% of the total project cost is paid for through mill levy funding from the Conservation District, while the other 50% is generally paid for by the landowner. Specific cost-share programs available include septic remediation, water measuring devices, livestock and other pastured animals, disaster recovery, and natural resource projects. One of the programs the district is most well known for is probably the seedling tree program. Every year we take orders for seedling trees from October through April with delivery of the seedlings in late April or early May. This program offers an economical way for homeowners and landowners to plant larger numbers of trees for conservation planting such as windbreaks, living snow fences, erosion control, noise and visual barriers, wildlife habitat, and more. Not only do we provide seedling trees, but we also assist with design, species selection, watering requirements, site preparation, and other technical aspects of conservation plantings. It's not easy to grow trees in southwest Wyoming, so making sure you have the right tree for the right place is critical to its survival. These are seedlings that were purchased from the Conservation District and planted in 2010. As you can see, these homeowners are living right next to the Wyoming Department of Transportation headquarters, which can be a very busy place day and night. They wanted a way to muffle the noise of all the beeping and the trucks and the lights that flash during the night. So they decided to plant this visual noise barrier to help with that issue.